everyone, welcome back to Scrummy. As you all know, I do lots of sweet bacon here on Scrummy. So today I've decided to make something a little bit different. We're going down the savoury route. I'm going to make jambons. They're a really nice pastry. They're a square pastry and you can have ham and bacon in them. You can put anything in them really. And there's a lovely cheese filling as well. You're going to love them. All right everyone, let's start baking. We're going to get started by placing bacon on a baking tray. I'm using 6 slices because I'm making 6 jambons. I also like to use baked ham, either shop bought or leftover ham that I bake myself. Now let's get these into the oven or over the grill to cook. Next we're making a thick bechamel sauce or white sauce. We do this by adding butter to a saucepan and melting it. When it's melted, add in plain flour and you're going to cook this for about 1 minute. Add a little milk and whisk it before adding the remaining milk. Whisk again until there's no lumps and it's nice and thick. This is how we want it, nice and thick, so it doesn't run when we pop it onto our pastry. Add in cheddar cheese, mozzarella, and break up the bacon and add it in. Give everything a good stir. It's best to taste it before adding seasoning, and if you need to add some salt and pepper, you can do so then. Sometimes the bacon or ham can be a bit salty, so you wouldn't need to add as much salt. Remove from the heat and allow to cool. Alright everyone, so the next stage is the puff pastry. We're not making puff pastry. I'm cheating a little and I've bought some in my local store. This is really cheap and it's just as good as anything you'll make at home. So we're going to use that now in our jambons. Roll out the puff pastry and I like to use a rolling pin just to roll out the creases. Measure the pastry if you need to. We're making 6 jambons. It's nice to have them all the same size. Use a sharp knife to cut down the centre and make 3 further cuts down the other end. Brush the pastry along the edges with some beaten egg. Now we can add a good tablespoon of the cheese and bacon mixture to the centre of each of the squares. Now it's time to make our parcels, so you just have to pull each pastry edge into the centre, just like this. Press down a little, just to secure them, and brush the tops of each of the parcels with some beaten egg. Sprinkle a little more grated cheese on top of each of the parcels and place on a lined baking tray. These are ready for the oven and we need to bake them for about 20 minutes. When they're baked, remove from the oven and just let them sit on the tray for about 10 minutes. They look great and smell wonderful and they have a lovely crispy texture too. These are a really nice savoury bake, easy to make and cheap as well. I love to have them for lunch with a little bit of salad and my kids love to bring them in their school lunch boxes. Feel free to experiment with your own flavours. These would be lovely at Christmas with brie and cranberry. I'll include some other filling ideas in the recipe for you. I hope you all try them out and enjoy them just as much as I do, and even my cat loves them as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel or follow my page. Happy baking everyone! Enjoy!